Morning, guys. My competitor is June 2nd. It's a new month. I wanted to give you a little bit of breakdown about BTC. I haven't made a video in a long time because there really isn't much to update. This thing has been chopping around for since probably like April or March or whatnot. This is just personally speaking distribution. It's not really reaccumulation for a move up. In the event that we do happen to get the reaccumulation move to the move up, it's going to be a trap into further downside. Very, very confident we're going to come back down here eventually, maybe in the next month or so, maybe even 2 weeks. I don't know, but I'm not following the market like that until we get back down to a reasonable area of support on the higher time frame. Um, so there are a few new stuff that not really new stuff. Just John's been making some stuff on the side for me when it comes to identifying levels on the charts and whatnot. So he put together a CME gap weekend indicator that would tell us where the CME gaps are, and then the usual level identification for New York range, weekend range, Friday, daily, whatever the case is. The good thing about this particular indicator is that on the on the lower time frame, you can go back and look at all the CME gaps that were not filled and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So that are still, um, let's just say called naked CME gaps that need to be taken. It's not, he didn't reinvent the wheel, guys. These indicators are out in public. It's a matter of putting them all into one little indicator to make it interesting. FVG, he updated it. He created a threshold now so that you could actually eliminate the noise if you're looking at fair value gaps on a higher time frame or even lower time frame, and you don't want to see a million fair value gaps that are kind of not important. All you got to do is just modify the gap percentage and the INB strength. It's pretty neat. It's cool. You still have the flat open, which I use all the time, especially on lower time frame when you want to identify a level that you want to get in. Um, Such a bad headache. Just go to, see, right? It kind of eliminates the noise. If the lower this number is, look what happens. Hold on, loading. Oh, you get even lower. Right, you're see one. There you go. So the lower the number is, the more I'm gonna put it so you can extend this. So you can see how many more populate. The lower the number is, the more FEGs you get. I don't need this. Is right. So it kind of clutters the chart. There we go. Clean. It kind of clutters the chart. It's unnecessary in my eyes. I don't think it's needed. So what he did was he created a threshold so that you could only identify the fair value gaps that are important. I usually keep this IMBF to 50, and then the gap percentage I do anywhere between 35 or 50, right? This way you only target the ones that actually are important, especially if you're on the lower time frame. You don't want to be dealing with all the noise, because on the lower time frame you have a million gaps, right? So you only want to target the gaps that are important. So very, very interesting update that he did. Keep that in mind. It's important on the higher time frame, more so the lower time frame, especially if you're trying to get into some kind of spot. We know for a damn fact that this fair value gap up here will be filled, whether it's going to be now or in 4 months. It will get filled. It's an important gap. It's a gap that was created post support break. Usually those do fill. This particular gap will get filled as well. It's a gap that broke structure to the top side. If you open up your order block and you see, you can identify this is the bearish mitigation block. You know that when you come down here and you tap this, it's going to definitely offer you support for a move to the top side. Now, if we put in a lower high at that point, then you want to target back down. But if we put in a higher high at that point, you're targeting up here. Again, this is like quick. So the new FEG indicator, we're going to probably release it sometime next week. Very cool to use. And then the day sessions, which is something that I've been using a lot on my mobile. It's fucking, sorry, I didn't mean to curse. It works great in a sense of identifying what highs and lows. Also, Friday range is really important, guys. If you haven't noticed, whatever range you have on Friday, you usually come back and you meet it on Monday or Tuesday. So anyway, if you identify the levels or the highs and the lows that London and New York didn't really sweep, like for example, if you have a high that was part of a high or low that was um, put into a London session, and then New York met it with like a double bottom, or New York didn't even sweep the London low or the high, chances are within the upcoming week, you're going to go back to sweep that low. So very, very good opportunity for you guys to identify, like right here, for example, right? I'm going to show you why I was so confident when you get to this level. You see this New York, London level that took place in May 10th? Here you go. Look at this. So London is blue, New York is orange. The high in New York and London was identified as an equal high right there, 28.326, right? Look what happened and got taken. This works. I'm telling you, I've been testing this for about like 4 or 5 months. I just haven't been utilizing it because I haven't really been trading like that. So I've been back testing a lot of shit until like the next run. So at least we're prepared. And over here too, these two, which I'm very confident we're going to take. Up here, which is one. See this? April 26th, London, New York high. It's equal high. London, New York high, equal high. But the only thing is that this particular one is a little different because the high was put in New York session. The accuracy of this strategy is that the high has to be put into the London session, right? Not into the New York session. But this could be identified as well. But this is the more important high right here, the 30,023. So I'm very confident we're going to go for these levels. We did it. We've been doing it for the past 4 or 5 months, at least since I've been monitoring this particular strategy. So he put together from like other sources this code so that we could also identify daily open, the weekly open, Friday range, which is very important, guys. The Friday range is very important. Friday close usually results into a move Monday and Tuesday for that particular level. Keep that in mind. Your typical weekend level, and then you see me open, seeing me close. Cool indicator. Did not reinvent the wheel. It's out there already. A million of them exist, but I just want something catered to myself. And then we're going to probably bring it out to the public soon. Okay, so now overall, what I think about BTC, I really do believe this is redistribution. I'm sorry, this is distribution for a move to the downside in the event that we do happen to break up to the top side, which could possibly happen, right? This looks like a nice little bull flag, flagging up, even though it's taking a little too long for the flag and it's getting a little too low for the flag for my liking. Even if we do happen to go back above, yeah, we kind of like stop here and take out these little highs over here. 1, 2, and do something like this. I'm still expecting us to go back down. Without telling you level to level play, I don't expect this particular move to be a bull move to the top side. I think that this bull flag will lead to a lower low. Now, identify this, very important. Just keep in mind, you still do have your daily order block untapped, fresh. It's been tapped over here one time, but it doesn't count. Usually you want the retest to happen after you break structure. This is your structure. You broke structure to the downside. Now, when you go back up to retest it after you broke the structure to the downside, you know that it's considered a fresh block. Now, if we do happen to go back up here, take this high, create a bear div, and collapse, oh, it's going to be a nasty ass dump, guys. You're talking about minimum $22,000, $23,000. Okay? If you zoom out, and again, guys, I didn't disappear because I think that crypto sucks. I disappeared because I'm doing a lot of back testing and I'm not allocating time to trading the way I was. I'm still playing spot left and right. I'm still holding my short from $32,000. I'll show you guys. I'm not even exaggerating. I don't care for it. I'm just leaving it there in case we do happen to collapse down to 24 from here. But keep in mind, when you tap a weekly order block, a bearish one, there's no reason to even watch the charts. Because all this, look how many candles you have. Look at this. Let me just identify how many candles you have here. Highlight. You tap it with this. So that's 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks worth of candles, 2 months worth of my time to do what? What the did we do? Sorry to curse. What have we done in the last 8 weeks? I have a lot of better stuff to do than to just watch this. Once you tap a fresh weekly, you have to wait and be patient. Same thing if we come down here. If you tap this weekly, it's not going to just zoom up. You're going to have to wait and be patient, guys, unless we're very bullish where it's going to zap and just go to the top side, right? This to me is distribution. And if I'm wrong, well then a weekly close above 34,000. A weekly close above this black box. Any weekly close above this black box, I'm completely wrong. Because if you close above this black box, you know for a fact you're going up here to target these 1 and 2. Right? Next level, 42, 43 to 51. This little box over here, this little over under will be tapped. So I'm playing it very conservative because I'm dealing with a lot of personal stuff. Like, I'm doing a lot of side stuff, unfortunately. So I don't think it's necessary to be hawking this on a day-to-day basis. It's a high time frame move. Any move back down, guys, keep in mind, any move back down to the weekly mitigation block. Now, where's the weekly mitigation block? Red candles. These red candles. This is a weekly mitigation block. Any move back down there, guys, I'm for it, man. I got alerts already. I'm for it. I'm going to start punting longs like you haven't even seen. And then if we create a base here, for example, right? If so we go up first, then come down, and we create a base here, you know that you're going to sweep that base, right? And then go to the top side, right? So there's so much time to just like enjoy life, especially now that the summer's here. Otherwise, lower time frame, I'm not your guy. Speak to Barry, speak to Bat, speak to Trent, speak to Ermo. I'm not really found in lower time, but when I do open up the charts for the lower time frame, I'm just looking at the levels, sessions, and I'm looking for identifying, let me close this, identifying the weeklies. For example, Wednesday range, very important. You all know that. Range. I need to open. And then I need I don't care about the month. I don't care about the weekend. It's not be here. I need to hope. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's it. There isn't really much. Oh, the Monday range hasn't been taken, right? The Monday high hasn't been taken. I can't remember that because I had an alert and it didn't get taken. Let me see. Yeah, Monday high didn't get taken yet. There, because I remember I had an alert for Monday high. It didn't get taken yet. So likely we might get a pump over the weekend, some bullshit to pump us up. But guys, keep in mind a lot of altcoins, a lot of stuff. You see how these lows are like this? This is not healthy, man. This is not healthy. This should have gotten swept. This is not healthy. This is disgusting because if you look at it from this particular range, what did we do? Let me close everything. We just deviated the range. We literally deviated the range. It's disgusting. So more likely than not, if we do happen to collapse over the weekend, we're going to create a deviation to the downside. But look at this, for example, right? So I punted some longs on Sol. Not really some. Pretty heavy long on Sol, just because I was bored, right? Look at the sessions right here. Boom. It sweeps Wednesday low yesterday. Doesn't move to the top side. It's obviously going to sweep Wednesday high for sure. And these are disgusting highs. So what I'm thinking it's going to do, it's going to poke up, take all these highs, and then probably collapse. You know why? Because the Monday low is intact. Now, if they did happen to sweep Monday low, it would have been a solid move to assume that we're going to go for all these highs. I don't have any confidence in that. Open up here. Where is this? Where's the order? There's one order block there. 10 hour? Forgot. There we go. 10 hour. There we go. See, at least I remember some stuff. This 10-hour order block, it's going to slap the shit out of us. Right? So if this whole thing is kind of like a retest, here, all we're going to do is just poke up, boom, 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 and then we're going to probably collapse to the downside, unfortunately. Come back down here, right? Otherwise, if this structure breaks, then you know that you're targeting down here, man, unfortunately. Let's put a nice line right there. 18K. And then if that breaks, unfortunately, I'm not touching this until teens down here, man. Because this block right here should not hold us. This block right here should not hold us. You're going to go for this low right here. Anyway, I don't want to make the video too long. I'm sorry that I've been like MIA, guys. I'm doing a lot of work on the back end. I really am. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me. Again, the only indicators you need on the chart to identify your particular levels that you're looking for. Order block indicator, it's a must. You know that. Once you tap it, there's going to be a reaction. FEG. I'll make another video of how the new FEG is going to be used, which is going to be cleaner. It identifies only the ones that are important. It like kind of like it eliminates the noise, especially for like altcoins, because altcoins have a million FEGs. You know that we're going to come up here. The way we kind of like support ourselves over here, the way we are attempting to support ourselves on this FEG, you know we're going to come back up here. So if you want to, again, want to lower this down to 30, to 40, let's see, any other ones that are populating over here? Let's see, 12 hour. Nothing. Let's go to the 10 hour. Nothing. You see, it's still nice and clean. Very clean. As opposed to having a million FEGs up at the moment. Otherwise, trade safe, guys. I have been, I don't know if anybody has been listening to what I said. Don't follow this, by the way, guys. Do not follow this. I'm just basically doing my own research. I've been buying GOG. I've been heavily buying GOG. I don't care if it goes another 40% down. This is a long-term bag. I know we're going to probably get an opportunity to buy even cheaper eventually, but I've been starting to buy. And this shitcoin over here. This shitcoin over here, guys. I've been buying a lot of this shitcoin over here. Don't do your own research, please. Do not go crazy and buy stuff without doing your own research. There is no liquidity for these coins, so I know it's gonna be very hard to get in and out. I've just been buying and buying and buying. Kudos, you guys already know that I'm pretty much balls deep in it, unfortunately. And then AKT, my four main shitcoins right here. AKT, that's Bittrex. It doesn't know. Hold on. AKT. Where is KuCoin? Still KuCoin. I don't want KuCoin. I want why is yeah, whatever. But that doesn't have the history. I want the history. Hold on. No, it doesn't. Hold on a sec. AJ. I have this, right? Maybe it's this one. It has a history. So confused. Which one has? There is. I don't know what that is. There is a. I don't know which one has the history, but this shitcoin was like at $7. I don't know why this is. I'm not able to pick up unless it's another one. Usually Bittrex has it because it's on Bittrex exchange. I don't know idea why it's not popping up. Anyway, this shitcoin was at $8. Oh, at least this has it. Okay, but that's it. So this thing was at $8 one day, $7, whatever, 8.40. And it came all the way down here at 20 cents or 18 cents. I added a decent sized bag over here. I got rid of a decent size of that bag over here. I'm leaving the rest for a move back up to at least $3. But likelihood is that we're gonna go to that $1, like to hit that range right here. In the event that we do happen to come back down, I'm gonna be looking for the yearly open. The yearly open is somewhere down here. I don't know where, but it is somewhere. There we go. Yearly open is at 18 cents. In the event that we ever come back down here to 18 cents, I will pretty much like leverage to get. Just because I know that this project will succeed. It's got a promising future. Again, do your own research. This is not financial advice. Do not follow me blind. Everything is a shitcoin and everything is fake and everything is a scam until proven otherwise. You guys all know the space. They rug you. They rug all of us. Unfortunately, it's a very, very, very ugly space for a lot of new people and a lot of even us that are experienced traders. Be very careful with the way you trade. No matter what happens, don't get married to your bags. I wrote a lot of stuff down. Kudos, guys. I wrote this down. I've been DCing in, but I wrote it down from this particular range. We were up here and I was buying, guys. I was buying. So if my average was somewhere over here, I'm down like 90% of my investment. So even though I'm getting yielded percentages on a year-to-year basis, annual APR, I'm still down, guys. So be very careful with these projects. They're all a scam in my eyes until proven otherwise. Cheers. And DM me if you need anything else.